Hi. Sorry about the video quality. I am back in my bedroom. The last time I updated, I was out in the living room recovering from my surgery that I had in October, had my hysterectomy, and my back is killing me. And I wanted to like sit up and be at my desk and be all professional, and no, I'm in bed. Ow, basically, is what's going on. Um, I recovered very well from my surgery. I didn't really get any questions about it, so you know, but I did talk about it quite a bit on my blog. I'm going to link it below, so if you guys want to like read up on anything, if you have any other questions, obviously feel free to ask, but nobody asked any questions the last time, so, whatever. Um, the last time I updated, I was on rifampin, which is a tuberculosis medication, and that was for my Lyme, and since then, I was taken off my medication around Christmas for a couple of weeks. I took a break, and I went to see my Lyme doctor, and it was decided that maybe I should, start trying medications for different co-diseases. And Bartonella was one of them. Babesia was the other. Now, I didn't have any reaction at all to the Babesia medicine, which is pretty much a good indicator that I didn't have Babesia. So we'll see what happens there, but I don't think that's going to be a thing. The Bartonella medication was Levaquin and Bactrim. Now, Levaquin is one of those antibiotics that they're like, don't do any serious physical activity with this because you may rupture a tendon. That's what you want to hear. But apparently it's a very common thing for the Achilles tendon to rupture and all kinds of fun stuff, and just thinking about it makes me ugh. So I started having really bad pains in my feet and in my shoulder and my surgery site and everything when I was taking the Levaquin. And I started having some mental side effects as well. I was seeing things out of the corner of my eye. I was hearing things, like, not just like buzzes and high-pitched noises or anything like that. It was like very specific things. I don't mean specific like I could, actually figure out what it was I was hearing, but specific like distinct, I guess is a better word for it. I was hearing distinct noises, and I couldn't figure out what they were coming from, but they were there, and I'd never heard them before. And I started having thoughts about hurting myself, and I thought, this level of brain swelling isn't something that I think I need to be dealing with. So I went back to the doctor, and I was like, I can't, because my attitude has been pretty much the only thing keeping me, alive, really, through all this. And with that gone, and with the urge to hurt myself, like, there, present in my mind, there was no way I was gonna get through this. So I thought I gotta get off this. It was like being the worst kind of bipolar all the time. And I have a couple friends who are bipolar, and I talked to them about it, and they were like, if you have the option to turn that off, turn it off, because that sucks. And no. So I got off the Levaquin and the Bactrim. I took another, short break from antibiotics, and now I'm back on Flagyl and doxycycline. Now, doxycycline is like, the standard treatment for Lyme disease anyway. The Flagyl, as you may remember, is the stuff that I was on when my voice got funky and I got an accent last year. I am starting to see some of the signs that I had before my voice changed last time. I am slurring my words a little more frequently. I'm pretty lucid right now, but most of the time I'm just, I'm really out of it. I'm tired. I have been staying in bed like 12 hours a night. I'm not exactly sleeping the entire 12 hours, but I'm dozing. I'm in and out of consciousness. I don't really know what's going on, And so within a couple of weeks, I'll probably have an accent again. At least I know it's coming this time. So there's that. I mean, it could be worse. So that's fun. As far as other things related to my illness and life in general, I tried to apply for disability a couple of months ago. It really started in earnest at the beginning of January, and I actually registered with a legal office, and they submitted everything for me, and we were going strong, and everything was cool, and then they called me, and they were like, we're dropping you because, first of all, your age is a problem. And basically because I'm 30, they just don't think I'm disabled enough. Like, I have to be old, apparently, to be disabled. And the other thing was that because my hypothyroidism and my fibromyalgia and my Lyme disease are all things that I'm taking medication for, and that can be controlled by medication, they can't really, like, the fibromyalgia can't really, the Lyme disease, clearly that's doing wonderful things for me, the medication that I'm on. So, that was kind of a BS answer, but they basically dropped me. I need to follow up with the Tennessee office and see if my claim is like anywhere, you know, in there. See if it's gone anywhere. But I frankly am just so mad about the whole thing. And the Tennessee Disability Office doesn't have a great track record with people who haven't like lost an arm, that I'm loath to follow up on it, but I need to. So that happened. And then this month, some friends of mine had another fundraiser for me, and that was on Twitch TV, and they just did it. They were like, "We want to help you afford your medications." I was like, "Great, thank you so much." And they raised enough for me to be able to afford them for about 3 months, as long as I had insurance. Well, my insurance kind of dropped me. We're hoping to get me back on it at the beginning of March, but I'm not entirely sure where that's at. We filed requisitions, we filed an appeal, we're doing everything that we need to do. They're just being jackasses. And this is not like the Affordable Care Act or anything. This is the company having invested its money unwisely. It's in a lot of debt, and it has decided to recoup some of that debt by kicking off all dependents from the insurance. Domestic partners are not the only ones who are having to resubmit everything. Wives, husbands, and children, all dependents, are having to resubmit all their information and basically justify their existence on the website for the insurance. That's been fun. Other than that, I've just been dealing with the regular Lyme stuff. I'm tired. My diet's like really restricted. I'm apparently allergic to chicken and eggs now. That's a new thing. And it's really irritating because probably like 50% of my diet consisted of eggs in some form and or chicken. And it was the beginning of January I started getting really sick from chicken. Like, it made me nauseated before, but it wasn't a big deal. Well, now, I eat it and I immediately start throwing up. And eggs are the same way. And I looked it up, and that's a thing that happens with autoimmune patients sometimes, is the proteins in eggs are normally where it stops. But I've seen a few people who were like, yeah, chicken does the same to me and blah blah blah, and beef, pork, anything like that, nah. But for some reason, poultry in general, I haven't had any turkey or anything since then, so I'm assuming that turkey would do the same thing, but I haven't tried it. I don't know. But yeah, so poultry and eggs and stuff just don't do good things. That's fun. I've been saying that's fun a lot. I need to like expand my vocabulary, but yeah, whatever. Um, I'm trying to do a little bit more in terms of streaming coming up, but I had to quit because I am feeling so crappy from my medication. If you follow this vlog and you're somebody that I know from Twitch, I'm really sorry. I'll try to start again. I may do some group streaming with people just to kind of ease into it. I played on Hitbox TV, I guess last weekend, I think it was. And I played for a couple hours. Actually, no, it was like 1 hour. I played Left 4 Dead 2, whatever. It's a group game. It was fun. We just did it for a little while, and that wore me out a little bit. So we'll see about future stuff. I guess I gotta make sure that I don't get a weird accent first. Aside from that, I'm just resting. You know, my life's terribly exciting. If I have other updates, I will go ahead and post them here. Um, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. People don't really ask a lot of questions about my surgery, so I'm just assuming that I'm covering everything. If so, great, you know. Yeah, and if I get an accent, I'll be sure to update you guys so that you can laugh at me. So that's pretty much all I got. Hope everybody has a wonderful week and a great weekend if I don't see you before then. And yeah, bye.